I don't like to fly. I came on a boat and it took 9 days at sea to get here. It was definitely an adventure. It was long. We were surrounded by old people. Some of them aren't with us anymore, and they go on this cruise ship to die. And we went on there to live. So it was a nice balance. On the way back, I will join the captain and say, hey, go faster, or I will jump off of this boat and swim.
I flew on an airplane that took 6.5 hours.
Yes.
It was okay. They fed me twice. It was good. I feel dirty.
This is the first time we've ever been in Europe, ever. And all of those places were absolutely incredible, and so was today. It was just mind-blowing. There's no words to describe how incredible it is. And really, the people in the crowd and their love is really what brought us here to begin with. We all don't fly within Europe. Everybody's been traveling by land on our buses and stuff. We're all kind of seeing the countryside, and my gosh, it's just breathtaking. It's beautiful. I have so many pictures in my phone that I have to make some space because what you see out the window is just so beautiful. So I'm like, tick, 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 tick.
Driving past things that were built before where we live was even a country. Like before
Right.
there were even people there, there's things that you have that have been there longer than our country.
And you feel that history. In America, we like to just tear shit down and build it new. For here, you guys have like a profound respect for things that have history. We really are enjoying ourselves here because of that, and the people and the food and so on and so forth. Yes, I do still have health issues, and I just basically have two choices: to do nothing or do something. And so I'm not really interested in doing nothing, so I'm going to do something. And life is too short, and you don't know. I mean, any of us could get hit by a bus at any time, and so to sit down and fret for yourself constantly, it's being alive, but it's not living.
This was our first time recording with Ben, and I've been friends with Ben for a very long time, and I've seen him go through previous cycles, and the way that we all came together to do this. Ben had most of the material written when we came in, but just the process of recording it was so much fun. It was all of us together, and it was something that I'll never forget. I really think that our feelings toward each other and how we are friends and how we do get along, I really think that shows in the recording and in the album.
We don't take ourselves too seriously as people, but we do take what we do seriously. But we are just the total anti-rock star type. Like, we do not like to even call ourselves famous. We like to say successful. Or, rock star. We don't like rock star. We like
that.
Professional musician. And so we just don't look at ourselves the way people look at us. And we want to be just sincere because there's so many dipshits that are just too cool for school and live that rock life and look like rock guys. And I just don't want to be that way. When I started to want to be a musician, I was really into Nirvana. And I basically idolized Kurt Cobain. I wanted to be Kurt Cobain in every single way. I had my hair like him, I dressed like him, I sang like him, I wrote songs like him. This is I'm 15 years old, in the 90s. And so I still to this day idolize Kurt Cobain, and that's what he was like. Corporate things suck. Being a rock star sucks. Not being a professional musician or having success, those things are awesome. But calling it a rock star, those things, it's just not the way we work. We're regular people that have an awesome job because of our incredible fans, and that's just the way it is. So when we go up on stage,
Absolutely.
we try to be sincere in what we do, and we just try to be ourselves, whether we're doofy or goofy or whatever. We're not too cool for it, you know what I mean? It's just to go up and act cool. It's just a facade. And we don't like to be that way. We like to be sincere. We like to be ourselves, take it or leave it kind of thing. Yeah, Breaking Benjamin does not play to any tracks. And our live show is absolutely us live. Everything is done by a human being. We use technology in the right way. For instance, when a keyboardist plays a keyboard, there's a brain, and that sends that to a keyboard, and that's how it's triggered. So we do the same thing, except we send that to pads on the drum kit instead of keys, so our drummer can trigger it in real time. It's basically the same as if we had a keyboardist there, but he can do it that way. We do it because we don't want to play to tracks, and we don't want to play to a click. There's so many bands. I'm not going to out anybody, but I will say, because it's a fact, that there are a lot of bands, more so than you would think, that sing and play to tracks, and they don't want people to really know that they're doing it. Perfection is boring and it's not human. When people get used to our show, we start the song. That's how we start our show. We don't have an intro song. We don't have an intro thing. We just start the show. We start with a song that already has an intro. That's our intro. And so we try to get away from that too, just because it's so done. Like every band you see has like this intro and then the music starts. Just start. Just start.